day, it's a new week, and I'm always tired. So, what have I been up to? What do I want to cover in this video? Well, since I injured myself, I have found it a little bit hard getting back into things. It's like, I'm doing it, but it's just not as, like, motivating as before. Not because I, don't want to do it or anything like that. It's just like, it's like, when you develop a bad habit, it's hard to break. So, I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing ultimately, because I know what people go through when they injure themselves, getting back to where they've got to be. So, maybe that's the whole reason of it. But I've been getting a lot better recently. It's not like I haven't gone to the gym. It's just that, it's a little bit harder to push harder. So, some days are different though. You just have that little thing that happens in the day that's just like, brah, yes, I'm gonna, brah. And then as well, once you start seeing that, like, the vein kind of thing coming out, like, I know some people would be like, oh, that's gross. I'm just like, yes, I'm getting her done. So, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, and maybe I'm having more good days recently than bad. But yeah, the other thing is my health issue's been getting, like, a little bit worse lately, so, and it's really hard to explain to you guys. Like, I can tell you, but unless you experience it, it's kind of really hard to explain, It feels like your head's just gonna, like, burst out of your skull for part of the day, and you just can't process or think, and when you say things like, misuse words, it's like it's wrong, like the words you're using, or, the topic that you're talking about may be different from what another person's talking about, but you think it is, and, it's like, you just can't help it, like, you just don't, like, know to use that word, like, something's wrong, but you can't remember what the heck it is, or, the conversation topic, so you just kind of, like, change it off onto something you do. Wow, I just realized my hair's flaring up. That is crazy. Well, make it match on, like, both sides. But, yeah, so those are some of the things that are going on in my life. I'm also writing up an article right now for another online site. It should be pretty darn cool. I'm yawning. But, it's a little bit more intense than the other one, so I want to take my time to do so. So, it's been a little bit since I've jumped on that to work on it, just because I've had so many things kind of going on right now. I also have some ideas for, like a TV show I really want to do. I don't know, someone at the Oval is actually telling me how to pitch a show and stuff. It's a really cool concept, and it's something that hasn't been done. And it's something that really could benefit and help people. So we will see what I do with that. I don't mean to be very cryptic or anything like that, but, I don't see the purpose necessarily in talking about it unless it kind of comes. Although I'm talking about it. So, well, maybe I'll tell you guys. So my idea is basically to try to get someone to sponsor me so that I can literally travel the world, go to different places, and find out how people exercise all over the world. I've tried searching on it on the net, but it just doesn't come up. I tried searching, exercises people do all over the world. I came up with a guy who got sponsored to do jumping jacks around the world. Jumping jacks! But, I actually want to go to, like, all kinds of places. Like, how do they exercise down in Africa? How do they exercise over in India? How do they exercise in Papua New Guinea or Bolivia or something like that, Find out all these things, and by doing that, that gives people an understanding that exercise doesn't just have to revolve around a gym or their home DVDs, because that's, like, ingrained in our head. Unless you're, like, working out that way, you can't lose weight. There's other things like martial arts and sports, but for people who want to lose weight, that's what they've got in their head. So by doing that, maybe it'll open up new options, right? Show people something that they like, because not everyone likes to do those things. A lot of people hate the gym. They see it as this evil entity that's going to cause them pain, which it's not, by the way. I mean, some, but the good pain that's going to make you go, rah. So, yeah, by doing that, maybe I can stumble across things that people would find fun. Not to mention, I mean, who knows? If I actually find something that could catch on, people could open up businesses and say, hey, well, come here, I've got this, you know? It could be really cool. Yeah. Man, that'd be neat to do. There's either that or basically every week I record myself doing something at the beginning to the end to show improvement, because I'm going to fail a lot, especially if I record myself doing ice skating. I do not know how to ice. I know how to ice fall. Ice concussion. Good at that too. What was it? Ice break a bone. But not ice skate. Nope. Not ice skate. Or curl. I could curl up in the fetal position when I fall, but that's about it. So yeah, those are my ideas that I think would be pretty cool to do. Pretty neat thing. Yeah. Plus I'm a silly bitch, so it'd be fun to do those things. I don't know if I can say the B word. I'm good to go with it anyway. So yeah, it's kind of where I'm at, kind of where my mind's at. I'm going to be registering for my CPR AED, and I want to take my fitness theory, although I'm a little bit freaked out because with the memory problems and stuff, it's going to be difficult to do, to say the least. Anyway. So YouTube, I will see you next week. I'm sorry for not updating as much as I was. It's just like, I want to find things to actually talk about before I get on here, and not just be like, hey, how you guys doing? Awesome. I've been up to nothing. It's been good. And then have like 10 videos like that. Oh yeah. Someone once told me that I should do a video on just like my voices. It's actually a hobby. I think I've done some for you guys before, you know. Just like get on here and do like Bane voice or something, like, hello YouTube, nobody knew who I was until I started losing weight. You know, something like that. Oh, there, I gotta get the cup, you know, like, hello YouTube, nobody knew who I was until I started losing weight. I can do like a slew of voices, but yeah, anyway, I'm rambling. See you guys next week. Or next 2 weeks.
Awesome! Awesome! That's awesome! That's awesome! 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 So I finally figured out what the hell this is called again. Broccoli!